Hello, my name is B Rose, and welcome to Truth Talk. Today's topic is going to be a little bit difficult to discuss because it is about a certain outbreak and the ripple effects of that. But I want to talk about biological warfare and what has been going on in the past few months, and specifically this month, and how it is going to affect people. So let's talk about what's going on. I'm going to start by saying I think we all know what happened the last few years, specifically in 2020, and it was your typical problem, reaction, solution. There was a problem, which was the virus. There was a reaction from the media, and there was a solution in the form of a jab. And a lot of people fell in line with this. They were really fearful, scared for their lives, and they took it. But there was a lot of people who didn't. And apparently there was too many people because our government has come up with a new solution. And that is to inject this mRNA into your food supply. So they are getting ready to inject this into cows and other farm animals without permission, without any bills passed, without even letting the public know. The Cattle Association is just going ahead with this without any input from farmers or ranchers. And a man named Thomas Renz has been trying to expose this to people on Twitter and on several social media platforms because it doesn't stop with the farm animals. Next is going to be the fruits and vegetables. There are specific ones that are better at carrying the mRNA than others. These include lettuce, tomatoes, corn, rice, bananas. Anything like that is in danger of being genetically modified even more than it already is. And I want to mention that there is a bill to go against this, and it is called HB 1169. And it states that any product that could potentially alter DNA or act as a gene therapy has to be labeled as a potential gene therapy product. So definitely vote on that bill. But once again, it doesn't stop there. There is a subsidiary of Pfizer called Zoetis, who are injecting mRNA into deer all over the United States. As of right now, over 100 million deer have been injected. And this has all been funded by none other than Mark Zuckerberg and his wife's foundation. And this was actually published in some hunting magazines a while back. And the first thing that they did was do an experiment in Staten Island where they took 100 white-tailed deer and tested them for COVID and then proceeded to inject them with mRNA. So you might be wondering how this is even possible, and I'm going to do my best to explain it. So there is a company called Medicago who is starting these therapeutics on plants. And how they do this is they are using the plants as mini bioreactors. And they start with a gene sequence or code of the virus, and they use their technology to synthesize the virus code into real biological product. And the code contains genetic instructions that the plants can read. Then they insert the plants into a bacteria, which is the host bacteria, and they submerge the plants into this bacteria bath, which carries information to the plant cells. Then, using a vacuum, they suck out the air in between the plant cells and they replace it with the liquid. After that, the plants absorb it like a sponge, and then they take them back to a greenhouse where they can grow for a couple of days, and they start to produce these virus-like particles, is what they call them. So that is how it works with plants. Now, once again, it doesn't stop there. A lot of people have been speculating whether or not they are also dropping this in the chemtrails, as well as all the heavy metals that they normally drop. And if you don't know anything about chemtrails, I definitely encourage you to research it. This is what they look like. You've probably seen them a million times in the sky. They usually form this grid-like pattern. This is a substance that people in the Air Force are paid to spray over us, and it contains toxic and heavy metals, which make people sick and more docile and easily manipulated. And if you find that hard to believe, here is the inside of what one of these planes looks like, and it has these holding tanks for the chemicals that they spray. So, what do we do? Well, we definitely need to be pushing back, whether it is peacefully protesting or voting on these bills. We have to push back or these people will just keep going. We also need to be buying our food local. We need to buy local from farmers in our area, and we need to be getting our meat from a trusted source, so a local rancher or butcher shop. Growing your own food is probably the best option if you live here in America. Everyone's backyard probably needs to look like this. And if you don't have a backyard, or you live in an apartment, or you rent somewhere, you can always buy these portable greenhouses to grow in, or you can build your own little small greenhouse. You can also grow microgreens. They're pretty simple to grow, and you can grow them on your counter or anywhere out on your deck, something like that. And they are packed full of more nutrients than a regular sized vegetable. But whatever you do, just remember to stay vigilant and protect yourself from these chemicals. Anyways, I just wanted to get this information out there. I felt that it was very important and needed to be shared immediately. But anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like or subscribe, and God bless you all. Have a great day.